Good morning for anybody who's in here. We're going to bring Tony up from Kettle Kitchen in just a few minutes, and we're going to be chit-chatting about, well, the one thing I want to say is if anybody comes in and wants free loofah seeds, I have been cleaning loofahs, and I have seeds coming out of my ears. Well, there's Tony. I see him saying hello. All right, so I've been cleaning loofahs today, and I've got a whole bunch of seeds drying. So if anybody knows anybody that wants any loofah seeds, good morning, Chris and Larry. Good morning, Bud Files. Anybody wants any free loofah seeds, let me know. I have been cleaning loofahs this morning. I have seeds flying everywhere. I have seeds drying everywhere. So if you want to try your hand at loofahs, my email is in my about page in my about section, and I will send you some loofah seeds for free. I'm happy to get rid of them because they're flying all over my property, and I'm sure I'm going to end up with loofahs growing everywhere. Good morning, Arsenic Element. How are you today? I just watched a video about overwintering your pepper plants. I have not done that before, and I don't know if you have done that and if it worked for you. And I just saw to rinse it off, cut the plant way back till it has just like one fork, and then from there, rinse the root ball, cut the root ball, and then store it again in some fresh dirt in a cool, dark place over the winter. Chris, if you would send me your email me your address, I will send you some loofah seeds. And girl, I will send you more than what you're probably going to need. Because trust me, one loofah can yields about, oh my gosh, I'm going to say there's probably 60 seeds, 60, 70. It's crazy. Where did Tony go? He was just here. You don't want any? Oh, you just start yours over from seed in the winter. Yeah, that's what I had done as well. And I'm going to get started because we are going to do our winter garden, winter/fall garden, or fall/winter garden. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to start those seeds indoors while we build our high tunnel. So we got a high tunnel, we got like a frame, and we're going to customize it to what we like, because I went into one of those good morning, Mitchell, how's it going? I went into one of those, are you ready, Tony? He's waving. Come on up, buddy.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you want to post that link up for anybody else that wants to come up and
Okay.
say hello and talk about some seeds or life or what they've been doing. I'm tired of loofah seeds hitting me in the head, and I ended up with loofah goo in my hair last night. I was like, really?
Oh, that is so funny. I'm going to go with you. Probably are not going to repeat that process the same way again next time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I know you saw the car wash video, so you thought that was hysterical, and that was
Yeah.
actually that was actually RB story, Ronnie and Brittany. They
right?
do it on their homestead in he has like a little pressure washer. Well, I'm
Oh,
off grid. So water
right.
is essential for me and it's a commodity. So
Got it.
I don't waste water like that. So I thought, how can I do that? Not that it's wasting because she's cleaning them so to sell them.
Right.
So good morning, Glenda. Chicken Beak Mountain. Good morning. So I thought, how can I get these pressure washed? And then I thought, I'm gonna go to the car wash. So at first, when we went, we put them on the
Makes
ground, and then
sense.
Joey was looking at the side, and he said, "Well, let's just hang them over there on the mats where you usually do your truck mats." So we put them over there, and it worked out so perfect, and it was absolutely hysterical. So, and can I just tell you something?
Sure.
That silly little car wash video, 15 seconds short, has gotten 2.6 thousand views in 2 days.
What?
Yes. Can you believe that? Is that not
That is
ridiculously crazy?
yeah, that is
I know.
unreal.
That's that is crazy. You didn't get a notification. Grace said she didn't get a notification. Well, it was kind of a pop-up last minute. I told Tony, I want to try another live. Can you please help me?
That is not what she said. She said, "Hop on here or I'm going to kill you." That's what she said. So,
Huh? Oh,
no.
yeah.
I'm
So,
I'm
did,
joking.
yeah, I know you are. Did you already put that link up?
I'm working on it, so give me
Okay.
just a second. I will
Okay.
be there.
No,
Just a
that's
minute.
fine. So, yes, Glenda, if you want any free loofah seeds, I'm your girl. Email me. My email is in the about page, in my about page. I will send you all the free loofah seeds. Anybody on here that wants loofah seeds, I will send you free loofah seeds.
Yep,
I
I get it.
have an overabundance of them. Mitchell said you can't talk and do all the things at one time. Do you have your
Wow.
hey, I'm not hey, no judgment here because I don't even know how to do it. So that's why I'm asking you to do it. So I'm zip it with my head. Old Man
It
King
is
Homestead. Good morning.
okay. Let me do it this way then.
Oh, he
It's
watched
not
you
letting me
cook
do it the way I wanted to, so I got to do it a different way. So,
Okay. All right. Nope, that's no problem.
oh, well, that ain't going to help when I put it in private chat, does it?
No, it doesn't. See, that's all the
Oh,
ins and
okay.
outs. I don't
So
know.
here's what I want you to do. I want you to
Okay.
go into private chat real quick. You know where private chat is, right?
Nope. Oh, I see it. Yes.
Okay. Go into it. There's a link. Copy that link and go post it in the chat. Then I will go back and try to pin it up for you. I
Okay.
don't think it's letting me do it because you're on, so it's for some reason not letting me go over to where I need to.
Crap. Okay, when I click on it, it's not giving me the option to.
Okay. So here's the other thing
There we
then.
go. I
Will
got it.
you go
Control
back
Z.
up to the top of the YouTube chat?
I think I got it. Hang on.
Okay,
Okay, there we
that's
go.
fine. But that's not going to help what I need you to do though.
Oh, okay. There it is. There
Go
it is
back.
in the stream.
Okay, out of stream, go back into YouTube, go back into the chat and make me a moderator. I'm not a moderator. That's why it's not letting me do anything for you.
Okay. Okay, I'm in YouTube. Tell me where to go. I'm sorry.
Just go to my name at the very top where well, here, let me do it down here and then you can do what you need to do. I just got to change over. Give me just a second here.
Okay.
We're trying to make this all work for everybody. Sorry, guys.
No, it's good. I'm learning. The more I do, the more I learn.
Okay.
Is the
I'm going
way
to
I
say hello again. So down at the bottom on YouTube chat, go to the side of my hello. There's 3 dots, and you want to make me a moderator.
Nope. The only thing I can do is block you or put you in timeout.
Oh,
And if
well,
you don't
okay.
behave, I'm going to put you in timeout. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Then I have no idea why it's not letting me do that. So, Okay. I'm not sure why it's not letting us do what we want to do. So I'm coming back. You got it up there. Just if somebody wants it, just tell them they'll have to go back through. So
Is there a way I can pin it to the top?
normally go to the three dots, go to the comment, go to the three dots, and you should be able to pin it up on top, but it's not letting you.
No, it's not letting me do that either. I can star it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's in StreamYard.
Okay.
You want to be in YouTube to do it.
Okay.
And I got out of yours, so I'm not in it. So it's not because there's two going at the same time or something. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
Anyways.
Well, I'll just keep posting it. And
yeah, I just that you got it copied now. As long as you don't copy anything else, then it should let you just repost it. So,
all right.
I did see a bunch of people come in though.
I did too. My Aussie Garden and Kitchen. Yep. Good day.
Hi.
Good morning.
Jen
wanted to be a mod. Now you can still go in. I can
access stuff, yes, but I think because you're in it, I can't be in it at the same time.
So I could technically, when we're done, you could go in and make yourself a moderator.
Oh, I didn't think about doing it that way. Okay, let me try to do it that way then, because I didn't think about that.
Okay.
So go ahead and continue, and I'll go about what I'm going to do.
Okay. Yes, it is Papa's Kitchen. Good morning. It's a great learning experience to all of us. Papa's Kitchen is the one that calls me Giggles.
Well, it's for those that aren't in a situation like you are right now. It allows them to see what things they got to watch out for or the like, you know.
Look who we got down here.
Hey,
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
Yay. It's my cheesy, snobby canning sister. How are you?
Cheesy, snobby canning brother.
Okay, how did we get that name? Can I get a little history on this?
Glenda, go ahead. I'm gonna go about what I was doing.
Well,
I want to know where this started.
Came out because he kept reaching out to me for different things, and I'm like, I promise I'm not a snob. And he kept missing him, and I thought, and he would say hi, and I'm like, no, I'm not that snobby, you know. And so we are snobby, and then during one of Tony's games, he messed up and he said cheesy. And I'm like, are you now cheesy? So the cheesy got added on from that.
My cheesy canning snobby.
No.
I got it wrong.
Snobby canning sister
and brother.
Okay.
And also we did our canning collabs too.
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot of adjectives in front of sister. So
and brother. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to remember all of them.
It's all good. It's all
good. So
Glenda,
do you want any free loofah seeds?
So you and I need a chit chat on this one. So I grew a bunch of loofahs, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember my seeds being like really dark brown, almost black in color.
Yes.
So my loofah seeds, the loofahs grew fine. They're drying out. And they are very light in color. So I don't think they're viable.
I have had some that grew from the same vine.
Okay.
Because that thing grows like like a pumpkin vine, only it has to go up. I have some that are on the same exact vine, and some of them are dark.
Okay.
Dark green, hunter green.
Okay.
And some of them are like English pea green. So it's weird. And I have harvested the ones that are the lighter green, and they turn out inside, they turn out fine.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. But those seeds are flying everywhere.
Yeah, mine are too, but I don't think mine are viable. So I'd love to have some seeds if that's possible. That's for sure.
Oh, yes. Email me your address and I'll send them to you, because I've got them. When I did the car wash video. I don't know if you saw that.
I
It was
did. Oh
short.
my gosh. That
That
was
was so funny.
hysterical. Oh my gosh.
Tony and I were talking. I got to remember it's backwards. Tony and I, this guy, were talking, and he said, "Why don't you put down a mat or a tarp or something so you can catch all those seeds?" Because I put the comment on there, seeds are everywhere.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going after those things. I have a billion. I want to wash them out of my life right now. So,
and I
it
thought that was
worked out good.
brilliant to take a power washer, to be honest with you. And I was like, I own one of those. Well, not the car wash, but I thought,
Well, I saw that on the loofalady.com, RB story, Ronnie and Brittany, because she has a business and it's called the loofalady.com. She has, I'm going to tell you, if anybody has any sinus problems, she has some shower steamers. Now they're like bath bombs, but you do not use them and you don't drop them in the bathtub. You have to use them when it's a shower.
Yes.
But they have eucalyptus and menthol in them.
Ooh.
They're not that much. They come 4 to a pack, and she makes them, and they are absolutely fantastic. And I asked her, I said, where was the inspiration for that? How did you come up with that?
Right.
I guess they're when it's is it pecan or walnuts? Something when they're shaking the trees at one certain season in California, they're near a farm and the air gets completely dusty, congested.
Oh yeah.
She said it's absolutely horrible. They can't breathe. And so hence the shower steamers is what they're called. Yeah. But anyways, they're awesome. They really are awesome. But she does a lot of good stuff. But I've actually learned a lot about loofahs from her. And I got the power washing tip by watching her. Her husband put a power washer and was power washing them, hooked one up for her. And so that's how she washes them out. And it actually saves you a lot of time and a lot of water just by doing it that way, as opposed to rinsing it under the sink or by a hose. Because it like, oh, look, there she is. I'm just talking about you, Brittany, and your ingenious power washing. I don't know if she got to see the car wash video where we wash the loofahs at the car wash.
I see Chris from Chris and Larry Homestead said they make eucalyptus shower bombs.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I'm trying to see if anybody else. Jen said that she's had them before, but she doesn't make them. It doesn't look like.
My one of my kids actually made them a few years ago, and they were really easy to make.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. I will tell you, they are fantastic.
Bye, Mitchell.
Okay, Mitchell. See you later. Have a good one, Mitchell.
So, what have you been up to, Miss Glenda?
Yes.
Well, ready for a wedding.
What? Who's getting married?
One of my kids this weekend. Yeah.
Daughter or son?
Son.
Okay, so you don't have as much pressure.
No,
it's still
but
pressure.
Actually today is the rehearsal dinner. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So how exciting. Can I call you like at 3:30 my time and say, hey, Glenda, how's it going?
Right. I'll probably be practicing walking down the aisle.
Probably.
Oh, you get the first mother-son dance while the father-daughter dance is going on. Oh.
Yeah. So my son released the song to me and about a month ago, and I keep playing it over and over and over, and I still cry. So so please think of me, this weekend, because I will be a hot mess.
Oh my God.
So the bride, she hired somebody to do spray paint makeup, and I've never had that. Like, I'm like, ooh, we could be fancy. So I'm hoping it's waterproof, because this dance, I'm going to be crying. This song just reminds me of my son when he was little. So so
now are you able to share the song? Or is it a secret?
If
it's a secret, that's fine.
Well, no, I can share it. I'm trying to think of the name of the singer. I think it's Aloe Black is the singer, but it's Hold My Hand. And it's about, okay, so here we go. I'm going to try to do
Oh.
this. I'm going to try to do this. Here we go. So when he's a little boy, how mommy held his hand all the time,
Yes.
right? And how that it made him feel safe and all that. Then he gets to an age of don't hold my hand. I just want to be a man.
Oh yeah.
I don't, that like growing up and you gave me everything and now,
We had this conversation the other day.
right.
Tony.
And
Yes.
then,
I'm too old for
the
that.
end of it is where mama gets older and he wants to hold mom's hand through the end of life.
Stop it. She's about to lose it. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh, what a
So
sweet.
I am.
You know what? Wait a second. There's some rule to what time in the morning you can start this, okay? Wow.
My
Really?
So my other son got married back in December.
Oh, did she freeze or did we all freeze?
Uh-oh.
No,
It
no.
must
Did we all freeze?
no, we didn't. It must be her.
Oh, it must be. Okay.
Is it me?
No,
No.
you're good.
Her.
You're good now.
Oh,
Okay.
her.
So anyhow, my other son got married back in December, and there's this thing called a song called Call Your Mama by Seth Ennis.
Uh-huh.
And I got to pick that one out. So I was in control of that song. But
Okay.
this one, I'm not at all. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday at what time?
In the evening.
In the evening? Okay.
Yeah, and it's in a barn. I've never been to a barn wedding, and I really like the idea of a barn wedding.
They are beautiful. Chris said no crying. There's
I'm
no
gonna be a hot
crying in
mess.
lives.
I'm gonna be a hot mess. I am so excited for this.
Oh, I bet. I
Yeah.
bet. That's
Yeah, so
so
I've been
awesome.
I've known about this for a long time, so I've been.
Yeah. Oh my
No.
gosh. Yeah, barn weddings are gorgeous. And Chris just went through that
Yes, she did.
just a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month. She has a newlywed. Maybe she'll type it in there. I think it was it her daughter?
Her daughter, yeah.
Her daughter got married.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Weddings are the best, and
yes.
so now then all of mine will be married, and I'm like, yeah, all of mine. I'm old enough to have all of mine married.
Oh my goodness gracious. That's so
Yeah,
amazing. Do you have any grandkids?
I do. I
Yes.
do. It's a girl, and she's the love of my life.
I bet.
She's so
I
young.
bet.
I'm supposed to be watching her today, but because of all the wedding preparedness and stuff like that, I'm not. But
Yeah.
she is
Oh.
just, she's so beautiful and so precious. And
Now because you released the song, I went ahead and put out some of the lyrics to the song. In
oh,
the chat.
did you? I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone. So
Okay. When I was
I see it.
was just a little boy, I would go and play, and I would wander so far from home that I would lose my way. Then I call my mama to help me, and she come right away.
Oh my god.
and it reminds me, I've shared this before. So my husband was in the service, and we lived on base, and so my son would take off, and he would literally, I'd hear him crying. I was always outside, and he would just go on, he'd crying he'd be like right down the street, but he was so little. And I would go like, I'm coming.
Don't worry, mommy's on the way.
You took off on me.
Oh,
But there was a playground not too far from our house, and so that's where he was always at.
So on Chris's situation, her new son-in-law, he is going to boot camp.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so she got him. He's been there for a while with them, theoretically. Not there, but I mean, he's been in the family, and they got married, and now because of life, he's opted to join the military, and so he'll be going away, and then the daughter will be staying with Chris and Larry. So
can I be nosy? Which branch? Be nosy.
That I'll let her. You can be nosy, and if she answers you, I'll let her.
Well, I had a thought because you can send care packages from home.
You can.
We could
and there's
do
all
a
kinds
YouTube
of
group.
You could do a loofah sponge. You could send.
God. Hey,
Yeah.
I could give the
they love
whole
packets.
platoon or the whole bunch of them freaking loofahs and send them over. But we could do a
Packaging.
YouTube friend care package. That would be so
Mhm.
awesome. We
Yeah,
should
and I
do
would
that.
participate in that. We
Me
actually
too.
had that happen to us. We used to live overseas, and we'd get those care packages from the States, and it was just so fantastic. You know, my husband's grandmother would send pure maple syrup. Oh,
Oh,
that
I
was
would love
liquid
that.
gold. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, how do we ration this thing out?
Either that or you could barter it for some good stuff. Now, she said he's going into the Army
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
and his job is in HR.
Okay. Yep. Well, I'm an
Nice.
Army brat as well.
I believe. Hold on a second. If I'm
Yeah.
correct, though, it's not human resources. I think it's Helo Repair. If I remember.
Helo Repair. Yeah.
Oh,
think
is it?
that's
Oh, okay,
what it is.
sorry.
No,
HR,
no, you're fine. I just wanted to clarify it because I think that's what it is. She'll correct me if I'm wrong.
She'll tell you what his MOS is. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, UK medic. Hey, buddy, how are you this morning? He's in the UK, so it may be evening over there.
They're 7 hours, I believe, ahead of the Eastern Standard Time. So I would say
So
about 6:30
Okay.
ish.
Wow.
Where?
Correct me if
He's
I'm
the
wrong.
time guru. He's in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
the UK is 8 hours ahead of.
Okay, so
my
they're 6
time.
hours ahead of us. Then.
They're ahead of.
Remember.
Yeah.
And Eastern. I'm
Yeah.
Eastern. I'm Eastern.
You're Eastern, so they're 5 hours ahead of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because
it's
remember,
like,
I'm back in time. Remember?
Yeah, you're probably just finished up with your breakfast, and I just made lunch.
yes, I was
Oh.
going to say it's 11:30 here.
Yes.
Mhm.
So we're
Oh,
all
so
kind
Chris
of a
did
little
correct
different.
me. Chris did correct me. It is human resources.
Oh,
But for some reason, I thought he was going to do helicopter repair of some sort. But
Oh, okay.
that's
Yeah.
on me. That's on me. Sorry.
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's a lot of things out there with the military that I don't know. So,
Well,
but I
there's
do
a lot-
know that care packages are one thing that
Hey,
is
I got a great idea. I have a
what?
huge idea.
Okay.
With loofahs or with care
Yes.
packages?
You
Oh.
can inundate the opposition with loofah seeds in the middle of growing season, and they wouldn't know what to do.
They wouldn't. 'Cause let me tell you something.
Just
And
spray those seeds
Brittany,
out is all you have to
Just
do.
bail them. Just here
let
you
me
go.
tell you something. Brittany can attest to this. When you are flapping those things and the loofah guts come out, they're
Mm.
disgusting. Okay. If there's any that's still gooey, it's just
Yeah.
gross. Okay. So they would be grossed out and running for the hills.
The
Yeah.
UK medic says it's 4:30 there.
Oh
4:30
wow.
a.m.
Okay. In the afternoon?
No, in the morning.
In the
it's their-
morning.
Or no,
In the
afternoon. Sorry.
In the
Yeah.
afternoon.
opposite,
It's
yes.
afternoon. Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
Okay.
It's morning here, and I'm still trying to wake up and
He
function.
needs a second cup of coffee.
I do.
Yes.
You're correct.
You want me to share some of mine, Tony?
No, I'm good. Yours
You
might
got
have
yours?
loofah seeds in it. I'm good. Thank you.
Or loofah guts, one or
Or
the
yeah,
other.
whichever.
I have already done about 4 or 5 this morning that I'm just soaking them, waiting.
Right.
They're waiting to go to the car wash.
Go
Smart.
car
That's
wash.
smart. Mine are literally sitting in my garage drying out. So I haven't done anything with them. I've got a couple in the kitchen, and I'm gonna pour soap in it because I'm a soap maker as well.
Oh,
And I've got them all cut and they're cleaned, and all the seeds are out. So I do know about the seed mess. And then I went ahead and I bleached them just to kind of bring down the color for the soap and gave them a real good scrub out. So all that bleach is gone. But
yeah.
I'm gonna pour soaps in them for Christmas gifts.
Yes. Now, do you make your own soap or do you
Yeah.
buy soap already made?
No, I
Okay.
do cold press. Mhm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's really not that hard to do. I was intimidated when I first started making soaps, and actually it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
My skin has really benefited from that too.
I was watching, we'll have to get together and maybe do a soap live or
Yeah.
something. Look at you're canning snobby canning. So why are you
I'm a
muting yourself,
sudsy.
Tony?
Now we're gonna add sudsy to it.
No, you're not.
We're
That's
gonna really
funny.
confuse
Whoa.
people.
Listen, I don't need one more word in there. I can't remember it correctly as it is
Hey,
now.
how do you think I feel? I know what the words are, and I have to think about it as I type it out.
Well,
my
there's
husband's
so
walking
much
through and he
of a
says bubbles.
everything I saw about making soap, and Papa's kitchen, he said he makes comfy salve. Comfrey,
Ooh,
not
Comfrey.
comfy.
Well,
Yeah.
it's probably
It's not a
Not
blanket
comfy.
salve, Ginger. It's a comfy salve. Where did it go? Comfy salve for pain. I would love to add a care package. Oh, good. See,
Yeah.
Chris, we already have a care package going together for you here
Yep.
when he gets stationed, and once he's like, isn't it like they make him wait like 2 or 3 weeks before they can even make a phone call or a text or anything? I mean, they cut him off from the
Yes.
world,
Training.
basically.
Basic training. It's different now.
Yeah, everything's different
Oh.
now. And my husband's walking
Oh,
through.
so is he trying to say basically it's the snowflake basic training now?
He's doing this.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted
Tom, hey Tom.
Yep. I wanted to hit a couple things. Chris did clarify he was originally going to Hilo Repair. So that is where I got the HR. UK Medic says he'll give us today's winning lottery numbers later today.
Oh, great.
Okay.
I need him.
Hey, I love that. Hey,
Yeah.
Adam, how are you? Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Glenda, you must know Adam Sky because he said Glenda.
I'm sorry.
Are you familiar with Adam Sky?
No.
No? Okay, because he called you by name, so I thought maybe he knew you
My
too.
name's on there.
Yeah.
Okay,
it says
that's
Glenda right there, down below, and it says Tony over here, and it says Ginger over there.
Okay, I'm just gonna cover this, and then I'm gonna smack you.
Well, at least I mean, after watching Tony's, I laugh so hard. Tiolet paper.
Oh, Tiolet. Oh,
We have somebody else coming in to say hello.
All right.
Good
Oh,
morning, you
oh,
guys.
How are you?
I'm
Now, what
good.
time is
I've been
there?
up since 3. Do not look at the crazy hair. I haven't had enough coffee yet to deal with life this morning.
Loofah hair, don't care.
What are
Yeah,
you doing up at 3?
It's a beautiful 26 degrees outside this morning. So I've been outside once already, and then I came back in for a thick wool sweater. So I'm just I'm on a blanket on the couch for a few minutes before I get back in my studio this morning. So,
oh my goodness.
but yeah, no, Sam leaves the 21st of November. He did choose HR instead. They gave him a bigger bonus, which would be awesome for them for everything. It actually was double what the Hilo Repair was.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. Oh, we lost Glenda. So he's leaving then, and then they've already got assignments. So he'll be going to Missouri for his basic on the 21st, and then he gets transferred to, and I want to say it was somewhere in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've already given their assignments once he's finished with everything, and she is going to Georgia. So yeah. I don't remember the fort's name.
She's in
You're
Georgia,
in Georgia.
so that's why she's asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what fort it is. It's written on my computer in the other room. So but I know we did a search because she's like 2.5 hours from Casey at Ormsby Farms.
Okay.
So we did a search. So we'll do a search on your address too with him to see how far it is. But that's where they're going to be stationed for the first year or so. So she'll be leaving in June.
So you really could give them a loofah care package, Ginger.
Absolutely.
You could send everything to me, and I'll drive the package over there
and drop a few seeds inside of it.
So this is my first child who is leaving me.
Oh,
my other children that are married live local.
Okay.
So this is my first that's spreading their wings and moving off and doing their thing. So I'm There's
I
my
know.
tears and my mama thing. I'm really close with all my kids, and that's I talk with every single one of them every single day on the phone.
Who's back?
So Glenda's back,
Yeah,
yay!
sorry. So
So, no, you're good. I just keep looking at my crazy barn hair. I don't know.
Again, loofah hair, don't care.
Yes, I
It's
see
got
what
guts.
you guys
You
are
doing so
talking
good,
about.
Tony. You look
Yeah.
amazing.
I just got up and I put a little product in, and I'm like, okay, there you go. So you get
There
what you get.
Mine
Glenda
was
said,
so
"I like
cold,
that
and I had
beautiful like this."
I had a snow hat on this morning, a warm hat on this morning, so I'm all staticky and crazy and everywhere. That's what I just keep looking at. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
Oh my
so that's
goodness.
what we're working on right now, is trying to get him off. We're doing family pictures this weekend or next weekend.
Aw.
Because it'll be the last one with everybody in it, minus my son Tristan, because we won't be able to have contact with him until the 23rd
Oh,
of
yeah.
November. So he's gonna miss everything, but it is what it is. And
Yes.
so
Oh my
I'll tell you
goodness.
that it'll all go fast. That's the
Yeah.
one thing I try to
absolutely.
remind people, that have a hard time with this, not being used to not talking to your loved one for this
Mhm.
long of time. It goes fast. So, and one of the things, like, for the kids you could do to help count down time is to make a paper chain of how many days until you
Yeah.
see
Oh,
them. And then you, like, literally just you rip each day one chain off
Mhm.
until
You
awesome.
know, it's like making a to-do list.
It
When you
is.
check
Right.
things off, you
Yeah.
feel progress. When you can
Mhm.
scratch that off your list, it's the same theory. I mean, if you've
Mhm.
got that visual,
Yes.
then
Mhm.
it does give you a sense of, okay, we're getting there.
Exactly.
Right,
Or an
right.
image jar. That's the other idea that we have done as well. And you count how many days gone, and you put that number in an M&M jar, and each day someone, you get to eat one. So that counts.
Nice.
That's a
That's
good
an
idea.
idea
Yes,
too.
that
So
is a good
yeah.
idea.
So Elle's a little hesitant with him leaving. Obviously, they were dated for 2.5 years before they got married. So this wasn't a new thing. This was, he's been
Yeah.
around the family. He was in our family portraits last year, and they weren't
Aw.
married. So to
Aw.
give you an idea. So
Yeah.
no, we're really excited, and Elle
Wow.
is going to be moving in here. Their lease is up in their apartment in January, so she'll move in here for about 4 months until everything gets moving. But Ginger, I'll definitely look up their distance for the fort that they're going to
Yeah.
be at in Georgia.
Yeah, because I think there's a base on the coast, which is probably about gosh, I can't remember the name of the town over there, but I think it's probably about 2 hours from me. So
Okay.
it's not not too far. Adam said, hair is fine. Stop messing.
I know.
I'm
I
just
keep
afraid
doing
loofah
that.
seeds are gonna start falling out on the floor. I mean, on the counter here. And also Papa's Kitchen. Before, I don't know if he's left yet. I think he's still in here. I have a friend. Do you guys know Weaves World?
No.
Are
I'm
you
learning a couple
not
of new
familiar with
channels
Weaves
today.
World? I guess these are all my UK friends that I met. But UK Medic and Adam Sky and Weaves World are all in the UK.
Mm.
Weaves World does a trivia night, and that's kind of I saw him and Kathy at Rich Cat Ranch, one of her interviews, and I was in the chat and I saw him in there. But he is going to do, I was talking to him yesterday because he's doing some shout outs for some smaller channels. And I suggested that he shout out Papa's Kitchen because he does so much baking. I don't know if you guys have
Mhm.
seen
I have
all of
looked,
his
yeah.
baking stuff. Oh my gosh. Those
Yeah.
apples that he did, those stuffed apples were
Mhm.
absolutely to die for. They looked really good. But so if you're still in here, Papa's Kid. Oh, he said I'm here.
He's
Okay.
here, yeah.
So Weaves World said he's probably going to do a shout out for you. So look out for that. It's so
Awesome.
sweet. Yeah, he does some awesome shout outs. And he has trivia night. I think it's every Monday night. And you just kind of like, do you remember Dale and Lisa a couple weeks ago did kind of they asked questions and everybody answered them? Tony, you were in that. Were you in
In
that,
which
Glenda?
one? In
I was-
which one?
Yeah.
Dale and Lisa, 9 Acre Family Farms, they had a like a trivia night.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or they
yeah,
ask
yeah,
questions
yeah.
and the people in the chat. It's the same theory at Weave's World. This past week, I think it was Monday night, he did Flags of the World. So you had to guess in chat, and the first 3 people that guess get points. So, and then he tallies it up at the end and says who's the winner. You know, kind of like I said, what Dale and Lisa did. But before that, it
Mhm.
was Mickey. The week before that, do you know Disney? So all these characters were grayed out, but you could see their
Mhm.
shapes. So you had to say who it
That's a
was.
good way. Yeah.
Looky here,
I-
we've got one of our UK friends that looks like he's trying to come in. Are you in there?
It's me. I haven't got
It's
my cam
you.
connected. I know you have to be careful with porn bombers and everything else. So I said I can always give a code word, but I use my phone as my camera, and it's on charge.
Oh, okay.
Well, my webcam, by comparison to my phone camera, it's ridiculous. So I thought, well, I'll use my phone. Better
There
quality.
you go. That's how I always do it.
How are you guys doing?
All
Good,
doing
and you?
well.
Doing good.
I've been
Yes.
busy on the old shout out production line, as I do.
Oh, have you? Oh, you have. Yes, you did. You did it. You did a shout out. You've done a couple of them here recently.
I've done 3, I think, this week.
Oh, wow. I must have missed one because I think I got the other 2. Maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. But yes, UK Medic, if you're not familiar with him, he does a lot of shout outs too.
Yeah, I look after the people that support my channel. That's how I look at it. That's my way of giving my support back.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good way to do it.
Although I'm not a big channel, I mean, I've grown from 32 subscribers in February to 1,100 to date.
Wow.
Congratulations.
And that is
He
just
does a lot of travel
support.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I get
And,
around.
And also, he drives an ambulance. Hence the
Hence
UK
the name.
Medic. Yes, hence the
Okay.
name. And he really, those I really love. My brother, before he passed away last summer, he was a captain for Alachua County Fire and Rescue. And he started out as a paramedic and worked his way slowly up and then got all the way up there. But he used to tell me horror stories about the way people drove and how they really don't pay attention, when the ambulances are coming, which UK Medic shows a great view of that and, points out what car does it correctly, which ones do. And it's actually, there's a couple that I've been like, oh, okay, he's okay. And it kind of scared me. I was like, no, UK, stop the car or stop the ambulance.
Yeah, I mean, there's one where I'm actually going down a series of country lanes. It's actually a rapid response car as opposed to a big box ambulance. And I'm doing like 70 odd miles an hour down roads that are no wider than about 12 feet.
Whew.
Wow.
Yeah, I believe it because I've driven those roads. They are tiny.
Yeah.
And the country ones are very difficult because you've got hedges and trees either side, and you can't see when you come to a bend what's coming the other way. You just have to hope and pray they've heard the sirens at night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they can
But
see
so
the blue
many,
light.
you can tell so many of them are not paying attention. They
No.
don't, because he's like right on them and they're not moving to the left or the right. They're not slowing down and kind of easing so he can pass. And it's like, hello, what are you doing up there? That's what I want to say.
So I'll give you a little history lesson just real quick. Do you know why when you're driving, at least in America, when you're driving down the road and the cars move to the left or the right to get out of the way of the ambulance, do you know what originated that situation?
No, I do not.
don't. So I will.
No, go ahead.
I'll bite.
Pearl Harbor caused that when the medical units and fire units were trying to get to the harbor, the cars would not move out of the way. Hawaii then made it a state law that it was a territorial law at that point, I think. But you had to move out of the way. Well, then the U.S. government then took on that as well and it made so that when an ambulance or emergency vehicle would come up, you were legally bound to move to one side of the road, or, you know, so you get out of the way. The problem I'm having with it is that some of the states are now removing that as a requirement. And I thought, you know, it's history will teach us as long as we learn from it. And if we take it away, it will not be learned. That's the problem.
Exactly.
So
Here in
I
the
just wanted to throw it out there. Sorry.
Yeah. Here in the UK, it's not actually law. It actually quite clearly states in the highway code and in our code of practice that the blue lights and sirens are an audible and visual warning to other motorists that we're coming. It's a courtesy for them to get out of our way. They do not have to by law.
No,
It's
I
considered
thought it was.
Wow.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
considered
do
a
too.
courtesy. It's not. If you look at our highway code, you do not have to. They advise you to do so, but if you don't do so, it's not against the law. You won't get fined or anything like that for not doing so. So,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
and the problem is these days, so many people, cars are so much more comfortable, and it's like sitting in your favorite armchair. They've got their stereos on full blast, and they can't see the, you know, they can't hear the sirens. And a lot of people don't use their rear view mirrors. They're just concentrating on where they're going and not what's behind them. And the hardest part is, I guess, that you're driving to something. One, you've already got the pressure of what you're responding to because it's an emergency. Got the added thing that you've then got to get there as quickly as possible, plus basically drive for every other person on the road, trying to anticipate what they're going to do. I mean, I had one situation where I came up behind a car. It was on a dual carriageway, 2 lanes, and I was doing around 90 miles an hour, and he was in the outside lane also, but there was nothing on the inside lane, so he didn't need to be there. And he saw me coming up behind him, and as I was about 10 feet from him, he slammed his brakes on.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Slammed his brakes. Fortunately, because there was nothing else on the road, I looked quickly to the left and checked and I undertook him. Otherwise, I'd have gone straight into the back of him. But he just stopped in the middle of the road.
It would have been a wreck on a wreck.
Unbelievable.
A wreck going to a wreck. That's so terrible. I want to say bye to Brittany real quick because she said her kiddos are waking up. So bye, Brittany. Have a great day. Feed the kiddos some breakfast. And Blaine, I see my son. I call him my son. He is my son. He's my kid. He's not my kid by birth, but he is my kid.
Try to explain that real quick.
Yeah, I know, right? I was kind of stumbling over that, but he said I could always send a care package to get back to Gainesville.
But what they're not understanding is it wouldn't have cookies and all that in it. It would be stuffed full of loofah seeds.
That's it.
Right?
I actually did even use some loofahs as stuffing in a package that I sent out. It's that funny that you said that.
That is hilarious.
I'm going to turn my camera off, but I'll be right here, okay?
Okay.
Blaine also said it's not just ambulances that people don't move over for. So Blaine is he was with the sheriff's department. He was on the road, and then he was with SWAT. And now he's actually working as a resource officer at a school. So he's gone to quite a few emergencies as a deputy and as a SWAT member. And I guess they don't get out of the way for them either. It's just people, like you said, UK, their cars are way too comfortable now.
Yep.
You know, I remember when the whole front seat was one big bench seat.
Yep.
And you squeezed, and there were no seat belts, and you squeezed as many people in that front seat you could. I mean, my brother I was up under his arm, and my mom was squished into me, and I got aunts and uncles in the back of the T-Bird, and it's crazy. But they were made like a tank. Now they're made out of like plastic. So
I know, it's unbelievable. When you tap it, they're made out of like Coca-Cola tins now. You've only got to touch them, you put a dent in them. They're crazy.
I can imagine what the most of them look like when you come up on the accident. It probably looks horrific, and you're thinking, oh, there can't be anybody that survived that. But
there's one. I think the last one I put up where I was actually meeting the helicopter. and that was 2 cars, and one of them, you'd imagine that the person in the car would be dead. The state of the car, it's a BMW, it's completely trashed. And you look at it and think, how did anyone walk away from that? But they did, you know. During the pandemic, I think the worst situation I had was a guy actually tried to kill me. He finally moved out of my way, and as I got alongside him, he gestured out the window. He was calling me a wanker, a tosser, and you name it. He was hurling abuse at me. He tried to, as I was going round a roundabout, he tried to ram me into the roundabout. He actually yanked the wheel to the right and tried to push me up the roundabout and pursued me.
What?
Trying to run me off the road. And he got alongside me. I had to bleep it out on the video because I actually called him a wanker. And he said, "What did you call me?" I said, "I called you a wanker. You heard me." And, he said something. I said, "I'll report." He gave me his name and address. He goes, "Blah, blah, blah, blah," and gave me his address and everything. So I just gave it to the police and the video footage. No one arrested him.
But there you go.
You know what? Good. Those are the kind of things that I mean, that could have been his mom.
Yeah.
That you were going to save. So
Well, they don't care, you know.
They don't.
That's
People don't care. They don't care. They're so wrapped up. Everybody in today's world, everybody is so wrapped up in themselves.
Yes.
And no consideration for anybody else, you know. Talk about care packages, the way things are going, you'll either need to send me a care package because the way things are going in the UK with food prices, energy prices, fuel prices, I've got to choose now between whether I sit here and freeze my nuts off or whether I eat. So you could see a change in my channel. It could become UK Medics Homestead because I might be homesteading the way it's going.
Well, I'll send you lots of loofahs. I don't know how warm they're going to keep you, but you could stuff them in the walls and maybe make some insulation out of them.
Glenda's showing off hers.
Glenda got there. You go.
I could make an igloo. I could make an igloo, couldn't I, in the living room?
Yeah.
Build an igloo inside that.
Now, is your postal service still on strike?
Oh yeah. Well, everyone's going on strike. The rail service, now the ambulance service is talking about going on strike as well. Now, when the ambulance service strikes, it's not what you would imagine. They still answer emergency calls. What they don't do is they don't pick up the old dears and take them to their day clinics in the sort of what we call the Jerry ferry. They're like a minibus. I mean, they have got blue lights on, and it's crewed by ambulance staff because obviously, you know, you've got people in their 80 and their 90. They could become very ill, so they've got the, you know. But our affectionate term for it is the Jerry ferry.
The Jerry ferry.
Yeah. So what they do is they stop running those, but they will respond to 999 emergency calls. So it's not a strike per se sort of thing, you know. It's just a withdrawal of some services. Because the government is taking.
It is over there is 999. Ours is 911, and yours.
Yes,
is
also you can use 911 here as well because we changed it because of you damn Americans. We did, yeah. 911 works here as well because so many Americans where they've needed to call for an ambulance. Obviously, you don't know the number, so we made it 911 an acceptable one, and it will go through to the emergency services as well.
Wow.
So we have to accommodate you.
Well, thank you. We greatly appreciate that if we're dying and we don't know anything else except 911. Now, UK, are you familiar with Blue at Blue Self-Reliance?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Okay, that's one that she's in a lot of the collabs that we do. She was in Last Chance Cook-Off. She was one of the hosts of that, one of the co-hosts. So yeah, she's right there, and she was showing some struggles too, as far as things that are, you know, happening out there in the world that are changing all of our lifestyles and making us all go back and think differently about what we're going to do.
It's all about control. What they're trying to do, all the governments of the world are trying to put you into a position where you're grateful for everything that you've got.
Yeah.
And there are people that have lost their jobs during the pandemic, and you could say they were on $30,000 a year. They're now having to accept the same job for $20,000 and be grateful for it. And that's the position they're trying to put us in, where that you're grateful for anything that you've got. You know, It's a big club. I mean, George Carlin, the comedian who obviously is dead now, but he
I
actually said
love
about
him.
he's fantastic. He said about politicians, and he said, you know, they control all the big corporations. They've invested in this. They've got all the money. And he said they're in an exclusive club. He goes, you ain't included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved his skit about stuff. That
Yeah.
I think that was a lot of people's favorite, but that was one of my favorite when he just went on talking about stuff, and you get a bigger house and then you fill it with more stuff, and it's so
But isn't that the
funny.
truth? That's
It
exactly
is
what
the
we
truth.
do.
It's the truth. But then you get like our position. I mean, we were living in Florida in a 4-bedroom. I mean, our house was big and we had a huge pool out back, but I had enough room to have maybe a 10 by 10 garden. That was it. Now we move up here, and my husband likes to call it the spam can. We live
Yeah.
in a very, very small house, and then we have 18 acres. So we went exactly the opposite. We're like, okay, get rid of the stuff, because that's not what we want anymore. The material things don't mean anything. We want to be able to have land and property and big, huge gardens and animals and things like that. So the priorities definitely, when you get a little bit older, they definitely change.
Oh, yeah.
You're
yeah.
back, Tony.
Sorry.
That's
It's
okay.
amazing when you sort of decide to have a clear up the junk that you've got. You open up a cupboard and
Yes.
60% of it's rubbish. You think, why have I still got this?
Yes,
And then there's the thing you
exactly.
think, I'll hang on to this just in case I need it. I'll just hang on to this. And
Yes.
5 years down the road, it's still sat in the drawer of the cupboard. And you haven't needed it.
No. But you think, oh, I'm going to need this. One day there's going to be that emergency when I need this little thing. No, just get rid of it. Whoa, my laptop fell.
Yeah, I've done that before now. I've got rid of it. And then like 3 weeks later, I've needed what I've thrown away and thought, damn, I need that.
Darn it,
You
why
were-
did I throw that away?
You were talking about how things are over in the UK. So on my late night last Friday, we started talking about how to get through inflation. Sorry, I got a scanner. We were talking about how to deal with inflation and giving people ideas. So this Friday, just to carry over the conversation.
Oh,
and
yes,
it's one of
give
the
a
reasons
plug.
I was trying to get a hold. I wasn't trying to plug, but there's a reason.
No.
And I'll get to it here in a second.
No, I
which,
want
by
that.
the way, was one of the reasons I was trying to call you yesterday, Chris. We're going to go ahead and have the farm large garden conversation on Friday. And so in research of that is the point I'm trying to get to, is the increase in prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I did say it on my last Friday one. I went and got eggs here at our local store for 5 dozen. I'm used to buying 5 dozen eggs for $8 or $9. It was $19.95 for 5 dozen eggs.
Yeah.
I went and looked and researched for tomorrow's show, and the cost of butter has gone up almost double what it was.
It has
The
gone
cost
here in
of
the UK. It's gone from like $3 to $6. A loaf of bread has gone up double. You're now paying over $2 for a loaf of bread.
Right. So part of the conversation tomorrow, before we get into the bigger scale of things, is what I did find as far as the increase in cost, just in my area though, because everybody's different. Everybody's having different effects, and I'm sure UK could come up with a ton different things that we're not even considering,
Yeah.
but just what I know that I could get for $150 is now probably $300 to $400.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly the same here. What's affected here basically is all the staples, all the things you need to survive, and all the things that have gone up in price. The stuff you don't need is stayed the same, but anything that you
Or
need
drop.
Or drop.
butter, milk, stuff like that, all gone through the roof, and there's no logical reason. I mean, when there was an initial sort of price increase, we thought, okay, the price of gas has gone up. Fuel, as you call it gas. I'll use the term gas. So therefore, transport costs have gone up. So of course, the companies that are supplying the supply chain have got to put their prices up. and that's a knock-on effect, and you understand that. But the proportions to which the cost of food has actually increased to what the actual fuel increase is ridiculous. It's way, and as I say, it's all the things that people need. We're going to end up living off junk food. It's cheaper now to go to McDonald's than it is to go out and cook for yourself.
Exactly, it is. It really is. And look at, I see you, Chris. Over there. She's like, I got my blanket.
Well, my heater is not on, and it's about 58 in the house right now.
Yeah.
Oh, perfectly warm temperature.
Yeah. It is. So I have my wool sweater on, and then I've got my pretty little Afghan blanket, and I'm just snuggling. I've got dogs on the couch with me.
Did you make my feet warm? That's crocheted.
Yeah, my grandmother actually made these before she passed away. I have a dozen of them of hers.
Oh my gosh.
And they are the best blankets ever.
They are. I just made 2 baby blankets, and one was crocheted and one was knitted, and they are the warm. My daughter says, Mom, I don't understand it because this blanket has so many holes in it. I can see myself through it, but it's making me sweat. Why is that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
So
yes, it's cold today. It's cold today.
I have to assume Adam Sky and UK Medic know each other by what Adam Sky.
Yeah, he's one of my number one fans. Actually, he's one of my main supporters. Adam.
Okay.
No, seriously, he really is. Tony, could you drop your link in the private chat so I can connect to you, so I can make sure I get notified of your stream?
Yes, I will.
So I'd love to be a part of that, and I'll invite Adam along as well.
Adam is super funny. Adam has a video out this morning too. He dropped a new video this morning. Adam is a hoot. He and I go back and forth at each other. You would think we were siblings.
Oh yes, Adam and I are the same. We both, all the time. He's having a go at me. I told him I was going to break his finger so he couldn't type in the last quiz. The thing is, I have to give up because. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're in the States and I'm here in the UK, and mine lags so badly. When I look, I'm like first up on the screen. When it actually comes up, I'm like 4th or 5th. And thinking, well, there's just no point. I can't compete. Our internet over here is ludicrous. I mean,
it is.
It's a bad thing when the Africans in their mud huts and with their scamming internet connections can get through to us and try and, scam us, yet we can't get decent internet.
I said the same exact thing. I don't understand how, somebody in China is scamming all of my, trying to scam my credit card. And then I can't even get service when the Apple Festival is in town because everybody's clogging up the towers.
Yeah.
How is that? Why does that happen? Hey, Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lee from Lazarick Homestead. I just watched one of her videos this morning as well.
Glenda said she had to go, but she'll be in chat. So
okay. All right. Thank you, Glenda. Yeah. So Chris, you're definitely gonna have to keep us informed about or up to date on the care package thing, because I know that that means so much to get a package. Whether you're overseas or here in the States, they used to cut off all communication for the full basic traight, which was like 12 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. She won't have any contact at that point. Like I said, she lives about 25 miles from me. Right now. She's in the bigger town that's to the south of us. I talk to Elle every day, so she'll be okay. It's just the contact with Sam. So
yes,
we'll get there. We're a family, and that's what you do. And so, she's nervous. Is Blue in here?
Blue
I can't see anything.
Yep.
Blue, I got to get to the comments because I was in the private chat there. Good morning, Blue. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's evening there. UK Medic already told me that.
It's evening.
Good evening.
So yeah, it wouldn't be till summertime that they would even, get established. We'll be helping them move across country. I think it's the first week of June is what they said she'll be moving. So
okay,
we'll get there.
You have her until next June. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. But then she'll be moving to, she'll go from bases to base,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. At that point. So
do they have any desires or wants to go overseas anywhere?
absolutely.
Or,
Elle
yes.
is my traveler. Elle is she is awesome when it comes to that. And Sam will do anything that makes her happy. So
Oh, that's so amazing.
So yeah. No, he started out as my oldest son's best friend.
Yeah.
So and then he would start showing up to the house when Griffin wasn't here.
And you're like,
And I'm like, they're only 17 months apart, Griffin and Elle. And I'm like, I get where he's doing, going on here.
I know what's going on here.
Yeah, this is not my first go round. So, and then they kind of tried to date secretly. And Larry and I were like, really? We know what's going on.
Come on, guys.
So, because he is older, than her by a little bit, he was very concerned that we would have issues. And I'm like, whatever, I don't even care. I've known you since you were 14. We're good. So,
yes.
So yeah. So
it's funny because I see that.
Yeah, I can't help it. I'm always giggling. I don't know why. I have a
13-year-old girl, and any boy that comes around, it's like, don't even think you're going to be hanging around for the next 20 years. I don't like you. I don't like you.
Right.
5 minutes pops, and I'm booting you off the property. Yeah, you're out of here.
Right.
Do you want to, before we end the live stream, do you want to say something about Noodle November?
I'll say a shout about anything you want me to shout about.
Do you want to talk about Noodle November to remind everybody to watch? Starting
the 1st, which is next Tuesday, Noodle November will kick off. You will receive 2 videos every day about noodle making. Now, whether that's a store-bought pasta, a homemade pasta, a big dish, a small dish, whatever it is, it's something to do with noodles or noodle type dishes. Because I'm also here to tell you, we have some friends that are joining us that don't use pasta, but they will try to intertwine their version of it. So don't just think it's automatic. I mean, especially if you're a keto person and you don't do the noodle thing. Some of these recipes can be improvised that way, and Chris is a good example of that. So don't shy away from it because you think it's got pasta and you can't have it, because there are some recipes for sure I already know that are coming out that are intended not to be that way. So there you go.
I actually just saw a recipe 2 days ago that was keto friendly from Tom Garvey, the keto cook.
Yes.
That looked like it had noodles in it, and they weren't noodles.
They weren't. No.
Or they were keto friendly.
He did another dish the other day that had cauliflower pasta.
Yes, cauliflower rice in it that he cauliflower he had made into rice. So
I don't eat pasta, but my butler does, and so does my chauffeur, but I don't.
Butler and your chauffeur.
I love that. That was brilliant.
That is funny.
Funny enough, actually, I don't eat it. It actually gives me really bad indigestion. Really bad.
For some people, I've heard that before, actually.
Yeah, and I've tried gluten free, and I've tried all the various different variations, and so I have, I suppose, to a degree, like a wheat intolerance, but it just seems to be pasta that's the problem. Yeah, I end up with a really bad stomachache.
I'm so sorry, because I never met a pasta I didn't like. I'm sorry, DK.
Oh, I like it. It doesn't like me.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, you don't want to end up suffering for the next 2 days.
No, exactly. So I get really bad heartburn, and so I just avoid it. And the same with peppers. I can't eat peppers either. I don't mind the flavour of peppers in food, but I actually can't eat the flesh. Same thing.
Interesting.
Now, that I have heard before, that it has that effect, that it gives people a horrible heartburn.
Yeah. But if people get panicky, oh God, sorry, I forgot you don't like peppers, and they've cooked something with peppers, I go, that's fine, I'll just put them to one side. As long as I don't eat the flesh, the flavour's fine.
Yeah,
it's the flavor doesn't hurt you. Yeah.
And I
As
mean,
long
I've
as I
had a couple of small bits, where I've eaten a pizza and they put peppers on it, and you get the tiny little chunks. And I've eaten a couple of bits by mistake because it's under the cheese or whatever. That doesn't bother me. But if I was to eat, a considerable amount, I guess, in a dish, then it would cause me a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I'm
UK,
just
do you
fragile.
have
I'm just
anything-
I'm
Do you have
fragile.
anything coming up, UK, that you want to make mention of?
Not really, not at the moment. I keep planning to do a quiz like Weave. I've gone to the trouble of sorting out a movie quiz, but I've only ever done one live. So
Yeah.
every time I go live, everybody else is, and I figure, oh, that's
Well.
great. I'll have nobody in. Mind you, my first live, I had 27 people in the first 2 minutes.
I was in that.
Good.
Yeah.
You were at work, right?
Yeah, and then I think I closed the stream down. I had 32.
That's
So
awesome.
I thought that
Wow,
was quite a
that's
good result.
amazing.
That
Yeah.
is good.
Chris, do you have
Hard work
anything
the
you got?
first time.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
No, that's fine. No, it wasn't important.
Uh-oh. Chris, did you want to say anything? You got anything coming up?
No, I've been kind of MIA this week. We applied for a contract to get some of our homestead products on for the ESA, which is the Empowerment Scholarship funds. So we're just waiting to hear back if we've been approved as a vendor. So I've been putting up new websites and getting photos taken of new items. And so it's just a new adventure that we're doing as another stream of income. You've got to figure out what works for your family, especially when you have a home business. So
Yes.
we need to have multiple things going on all at the same time. And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
I'd love
but
to have a
otherwise,
conversation with you too about something
Yeah.
privately. Yeah.
absolutely shoot me an email.
But
we,
hush up, Tony.
That's out of the running then, Tony. Should we have a private conversation, Tony?
Yeah, we'll have a private conversation.
Right?
Sorry, guys. No, I don't. No, stop. That's not what I meant.
No, and there's a whole bunch of amazing collabs coming up. There's
Yes.
Thanksgiving pie one. There's Christmas cookies. There's a new one that I just got an email for yesterday that was Christmas indulgences that wasn't cookies. That was anything else but.
Yep.
There's the candy, the
November.
holiday
Who's doing
candy
that
one.
one? Who's doing the
November.
indulgence?
The Renee from Pike Creek Farm.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, and if you
I
want to
didn't know.
join, please let her know because she would love to have you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I will shoot her an email. UK put his picture up.
Yeah, well, that's for the benefit of the other two that have probably never seen me, and since I haven't got my camera connected, so they can
There you
see who
are.
you can see who you're talking to.
Yeah,
Thank you.
one of the when you were featured, you featured the big helicopter.
Yeah, there's two of me. One there where we're holding the blood box, and there's another one of me sort of posing, leaning against the side of it. Yeah.
Yes, and I commented on that video, and I said, "Finally, you put a picture of yourself in one of your videos."
I
It
hate
was
being
funny.
photographed. I hate it. We've had documentary crews and that filming. I mean, they did a couple of TV programs where they'd featured it. And as soon as I see a camera, I duck out the way. I'm gone. The only way to get a photograph of me normally is to sort of catch me off guard and call me. And when I turn around, snap a photograph of me.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
you're kind of like who was it? The neighbor in Tool Time.
Uh,
Yeah. Behind the gate, behind
yes.
the fence, where you only met
When
sides.
you see him
eyeballs.
picture up, that's
I
UK.
do.
man.
I mean, there's one where I was actually walking to the helicopter, and as soon as I spotted the camera, I put my head down. So yeah, I do tend to hide. I'm yeah, I would say that I am. Well, vain isn't the right word, but I do sort of take a pride in my appearance. Yet I don't like people photographing me.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. He wants
Yeah,
to
I
look
like-
nice, but he doesn't want you to capture it.
Yeah, I like to look like I joked when I did my live. Someone said I looked good. I said, yeah. I said, well, I said I had an hour in hair and makeup before I actually put the camera on.
This is the farm look here, guys. Sorry, this is what you get.
It's the loofah look. I've been cleaning loofahs.
Well, I'm
This-
on the best
this
day,
is-
if you could-
This is the hour in hair and makeup, and my wife said, "There you go."
Tony, you have the perfect face for Halloween.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was told I had the perfect face for radio, so there you go.
There you
Now,
go.
now
I-
Bynum, that's not nice. They shouldn't have said that to you. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean, we've got quite a good little sort of group, really. What with like Weave and Adam and all the rest of it, you know, we're all
Yes.
that sort of. We all know each other and we all sort of support each other. But,
And rib each other.
oh, absolutely. That's part of the British humour.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
You know, we sort of cuss at each other and all the rest of it, and it's all in fun.
You definitely got to go check out Blue's channel then. Her and Bam.
Yes.
She
Oh, yeah, I definitely will. I definitely will.
her last video was so funny. She was talking to Bam. She said, "Where you come from? Where were you? Where you been?" I love it. I rewind that like 3 times. I was like, let me hear her say that one more time. It's so sweet. I love the way she says it.
It's good to be like that. I mean, this is how YouTube should be. I mean, when you look at what it's become, a battleground to a degree with a lot of streams and all the trolls and all the rest of it. And it was designed to be a community where you could reach out across the world, you know, and share interests and stuff with other people. And I think during the pandemic, more than its fair share of cranks joined YouTube and decided it was a good way of venting their anger at people, you know, having been locked up for 2 years. And I think that's what it's, you know. So when you build a nice community, that is how it works, you know. I mean, you know Kelly Caldwell and how he does things with the dropping the links and all the rest of it. And he was crying to Frank the other day about how his channel's not growing. Well, all he does is he just has the thing on. He goes, "Hi, UK Medic, welcome to the stream. I'll drop your link. Hi, Ginger, nice to see you. How are you? I'll drop your link." And that's all he does for like 2-3 hours.
Oh,
now,
no.
when you've got the same people in your chat, so say you've got, I mean, he normally has about 6 or 7, but say you've got 20 people in your chat and they're the same people every single day, you're not going to get new subscribers from that. So you've got to form a community, a group of people that you actually interact with on a regular basis to grow a channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I put a video up of Frank. I've superimposed his head on a guy doing yoga with crystals spinning in his hand and loads of money falling out the sky and chanting he wet himself, and so did the rest of the RC community. It's taking the mickey out of Kelly basically, but showing Frank.
I'm telling you, UK does some genius stuff on his shout outs. He did one of Not For Nothing Homestead here, us. And it was so good. It was so funny. And I was like, you had to do that, right? You had to make this. I had one silly video and he said, I couldn't help myself. I had to.
Of course. It has to be done.
Yes, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. And that's one of the biggest things of doing this.
It should be fun.
You have to be able to laugh at yourself. That's why I did one of the blooper video that I did. And it's about time because I have quite a little arsenal built up of bloopers.
The thing is, I think a lot of people don't realize. I mean, I didn't really realize how. I mean, I've been up on loads of panels. I didn't realize how hard it was to do a live stream yourself until I did one, because firstly, you know, you've got to have some idea what you're going to talk about, but it's very easy to run out of steam. So there's moments of silence. Plus, you're trying to concentrate and interact with the chat at the same time. So there's a pause while you look at the chat and you respond to a comment in the chat, or you say hi to somebody. And then when you go back to what you were going to say, you've lost your train of thought.
You are so spot on, because I just looked at the chat and I was reading Blue's comment. And then you're right. You lose your train of thought and it's like, okay, where was I? Hello.
But I think natural is the way to be. We are who we are. And I mean, just to be natural, you know, and not to worry about it. You know, a lot of people get hung up on the fact that there's those moments where you're lost for something to say.
Yes.
But then I just look to the chat, sort of wait for somebody to say something that gives me something to respond to, and then you sort of kick off again, you know. It's hard work, you know, concentrating on chat and your guests and all the rest of it, and people don't realise.
You definitely have to be a multitasker. Good morning, Glenda and Chuck. And yes, Grace and Fire. Glenda, if you have a accumulation of bloopers, just smash them all together and put it up. We want to laugh.
And send them to me, and I will make them even funnier.
Send him to UK Medic, and he will do some crazy things with them. I'm telling you, girl, he did
dear.
a great job.
I've connected to you, by the way, Tony. I'll have a look at your videos later. I've hit the thing subscribed, and I'll watch a video afterwards and comment.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Before I close this live out, anybody that wants, I've already said it like 4 times, anybody that wants free loofah seeds, email me. In my about page is my email address. I will send you free loofah seeds. I have them coming out my ears and I don't need any more. I'm just throwing them away. So
just send me just a big old bag full of them. I'll plant 1,000 of them for you.
Chris is going to start her own loofah plantation. That's
there you go. I mean, hey, there's so many things you can use them for. I took one, I got a whole bunch, but I took one like this and I've cut it into little pieces and I use it as a sponge.
Mm-hmm. I think. And we used to grow them years ago, and the last couple seasons we've had really, really poor outturn of them. Yes. And I still have a few left over from a couple years ago, but we slice them, and I have like a silicone cupcake pan that we use for our soap, and we put a slice of loofah in, and then we dump soap into it. That's one of our biggest sellers.
Yeah, she said she does that too. So because she makes her own soap, so we need to do
that's part of our Formstead business too. We do 1,000 bars of soap a month is what we make. But we do the loofah soap, probably about 200 bars of soap of loofah a month is what our orders are.
Wow, so that is awesome. Hey Nicole, good morning to you. That is amazing. Yes. So, but I do think I saw an email pop up from you, Chris. Perfect. So I think you've already sent me I did
that first thing before I jumped on with you guys.
Okay, I will send you a whole bunch and you can plant a field of loofahs.
I will do a field of loofah for you. I will video it too.
And then when you get harvest done, you can return the favor and send her
absolutely send her some seeds back.
Oh, trust me, I'll probably still have many left over. I won't need loofah seeds for the rest of my life, I don't think, unless these go bad. But all right, well, I guess we're gonna close it out, Tony. What can I say? Thank you so much again. You helped me out, yes, and so thank you, UK Medic. Thank you, Glenda, for coming up.
For having me on.
Chris, thank you so much.
You too, Tony. I'll catch up with you guys at some point.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. All right. We'll all connect to each other. I love this little group we have going on. It's so homey. It's like I'm just chatting with friends. I love it.
Be sure to look at that video of Frank, Ginger, because you'll crack up when you see it. It's hilarious.
I am. I will definitely do that.
He said he really peed his pants when he saw it.
And did you just title it? Is it just Frank? Is that what you titled it? Do you remember?
Nitro Freak finally sees the light.
Okay. Okay.
He said he nearly peed himself, and a couple of people said, "Can you put a warning in the description because I've never laughed so much in my life."
That's awesome. Okay, yes, I'm definitely going to go see it now.
I've never seen Frank like that, so it was quite funny. Okay, guys, I'll shoot off and let you close down your stream. Take care, guys.
All right, thanks, UK. Thanks for coming up.
Bye.
All right, guys, we'll see you later. Thank you very much for coming up. I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you for all your help. I mean, I don't even know what to say.
I didn't even do anything. I just hopped on here. You did
Tony
everything.
Tony has his gloves on. He's cold too.
He is. Oh. He's just as cold as you are, Chris.
Yeah, except I got a hard wind coming through, and it's just like
Oh goodness. Okay. All right. Well,
okay, you guys will see you later. Bye.
Okay. See ya. Have a good one, everybody. And Tony, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay.
For the Friday night.
Okay.
Okay. You're looking at me like, huh? Why? Right? Right? Am I confused? We are doing it tomorrow night, right?
And you're broadcasting. We'll have a conversation.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.